Welcome to the next video. Here, before I get to explaining and breaking down the strategy, I'm gonna first break down the 3MA, which is the 3MA indicator right here, these lines that show up that I have, right? And they're gonna tie into the strategy because they're gonna give you an extra confirmation to know if price is gonna go to that direction or not. And shout out to my boy Doyle Exchange. Definitely gotta give him his flowers for putting me on and helping me understand the 3MA. And mind you, these strategies, the strategy that I'm using is not a strategy that I made up. It's not a strategy that Doyle made up either. He put me on, he helped me understand a little bit more of how to see supply and demand in a different perspective, right? But everybody that's trading, they all trade a strategy that has been proven to work. So they're not just making up strategies and making up things to see if it works. They're following a blueprint that is proven to work in the markets, right? Everybody just teaches the strategy differently. The strategy that I'm gonna teach is supply and demand. I may be teaching it different than other people on YouTube or other courses and whatnot, but hopefully my way that I teach, you're able to understand and get a different perspective of how the markets can move and why the market is doing such movements. So to set up this 3MA, you're gonna go to your indicators down here, right? And it's gonna be the first one, 3MA made by Denar. That's the one I use, right? Once you have it, you're gonna put these inputs, the 13, you're gonna put the length, it's gonna be 13 EMA, right? For the second one, it's gonna be 50 SMA. And then for the other one, is going to be 200 EMA, right? Once you have that, you could modify the colors, right? And your chart should be looking something like this. You will see these lines right here. So the first line, this black line that you see right here, it just indicates where momentum is pushing at the moment, right? So here we got price above the black line and the black line is under. It's showing that momentum is pushing price up. Now, if the black line was above, like it is here on certain occasions, right? Or like it is here, price and momentum is pushing down, right? When the line is going across price like this, price is just consolidating, it's moving sideways. But when the line is under, it shows momentum is pushing up. And when the line is above, the black line, it shows momentum, price is pushing down. So that's the black line. The red line, which is the 50, it just symbolizes where price could potentially pull back to, right? Like for example here, you see the black line is under, right? Price is pushing down, but you see the red line, price came up to the red line, rejected off the red line and continue pushing down, right? You see it here again, price came up to the red line, rejected, pushed down. Price came up to the red line, rejected, pushed down. So the red line, it just indicates to you where price could potentially come back up to and reject and continue the trend. Now the white line, which is the 200, this big white line right here that goes across, it basically indicates the overall trend, right? So if the line is above, like you see here, the overall trend is a downtrend. In the higher time frame, price is pushing down. So the overall trend of the whole movement, if the line is above the white line, then it's a downtrend because price is pushing down, as you can see here. Because the line is above, price is pushing down. Now let's say the line is going across price like this. You see all the lines are going across. Price is mainly not trending, it's just consolidating like this. It's going to sideways. It's not pushing up or down like here. See here it's trending, downtrending. All right, let's go to another one where it's uptrending. See, like right here, price is uptrending. Price is going up, making higher highs, higher lows, right? But why? How you know as well? Because the white line is under price. So since the white line is under price and is separated like this, you know the overall trend is upwards, because the line is underpriced. The 200 EMA is underpriced, right? And that's the basic understanding of the 3MA. It just helps you identify where momentum is pushing in price, okay? And that's gonna be very important to understand, because when I start explaining the strategy, right, you're going to see those lines. So I don't want nobody confused when I'm explaining the strategy, because you're going to see those lines and you will see how everything ties together with the strategy, and how those lines or those SMAs or 3MAs will give you extra confirmation for price direction. Now let's go to the strategy.